I have always felt that the teachings of Jesus Christ are some of the most profound and misunderstood truths ever spoken. Not the version filtered through fear or through dogma, but the words that he actually meant. Ever since I was a little girl, I could feel that there was more to his messages. And around 8 years old or so, my mother would bring us to church, or bring me to church, I guess I should say. And that was a Baptist church at the time. And I remember she would always go to this little store, it was a Christian store, and they had all types of little things, and she bought me a storybook that came with a cassette tape, something along the lines of like Jesus of Nazareth. And I would listen to it every single day, multiple times a day. And the story itself was amazing. It was more like a reenactment, and so I would get so absorbed into it. And every time that I listened to it, I would close my eyes and I would imagine myself walking beside him, smelling the smells of these stores on the streets, the smell of the bread. And I would have really just immersed myself into the whole experience. And feeling like I was there, there was this overwhelming sense of pure love whenever I listened to it. And I felt like I knew him from a personal level, like I have walked with him at one time. And even back then, I could sense that what he was teaching wasn't just religion, it was remembrance. And what Christ said, the kingdom of heaven is within you, he wasn't talking about a faraway place that you go to someday after you are no longer here on earth. He was talking about a state of consciousness, a realization. Heaven isn't somewhere that you find after death. It's something that you awaken to within yourself in the here and in the now. He was reminding us that the divine isn't separate from us, that we came from that place, that frequency, that light. And when he said the Father and I are one, he was revealing the same truth for all of us, that there is no real separation between us, between God, between you and me, and between any of us, and that source is the one that created all things. So that's why he also said, love your neighbor as yourself. Now, he didn't mean love them the way that you want to be loved. He meant love them as yourself, because they are you and you are them. There is no division in divine consciousness. We are all expressions of the same living light. And that is where this message becomes so relevant right now, because if we really believed that, if we really lived that, then there would be no racism, no hate, no separation. And yet, here we are, still judging one another by skin color, by gender, by someone who chooses to love, still forgetting that we are all made from the same source. So I guess this is why it hits me so deeply, because I am an empath, and I have been an empath since I was a child. The intuitive abilities that I have are claircognizance and clairsentience, and these two are my primary dominant abilities, I guess I should say. And I feel when other people are being untreated. I feel it deeply, and I can't stand, I hate when people are mistreated, or I can't stand when I see people that are treating others like they are less than. It makes me angry. It makes me uncomfortable. And honestly, it just breaks my damn heart, because Christ didn't come to build walls. He came to tear them down. He came to remind us that we are all reflections of one another. And when we forget that unity, that is what creates the suffering. That is what we've come to call sin. And sin isn't a punishment, it's simply the illusion of separation. It's when we fall out of the awareness of oneness. Being born again isn't about reciting words or belonging to a certain church. It's waking up. It's remembering who you truly are and realizing that God lives within you and breathes through you. And maybe that's why traditional churches always felt very heavy to me. Since I was a kid, I could walk by a church or walk within one. Even now, and I haven't walked within a church in many, 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 many years, and that's not going to happen ever again. I feel there's no reason for me to be in church. Church is in me, so I would feel this heaviness, this feeling of evil is the only way that I can really explain it, especially with the Catholic Church. Sorry guys, I know you guys are gonna come at me hard, but that's how it felt. I don't like the whole situation with the altars and the statues and the candles, all of it. But I understand now as an adult in this present moment of consciousness, that's not evil. It's just layered with confusion. The real temple is within you, That's where the living Christ still speaks, inside every single heart that's willing to listen. Christ's message was never about control. It was about consciousness. It was about returning to love so pure that it recognizes itself in every living being. He knew that not everyone would understand, and that's why he said, "Those who have ears, let them hear." It's a call for awakening, not obedience. It's an invitation to remember that heaven is not above you. Heaven is you. And once you truly feel that, you realize that the same creative energy that formed the stars also flows through your own heartbeat. And that's why manifestation works. That's why prayer works, because everything is connected in one unified field of divine intelligence. So whether the world misunderstood his teachings or purposely distorted them, that's not my focus. What matters is that we are remembering now the real Christ, the mystic, the teacher of unity. It's rising again through consciousness, through love, through compassion, through us. We are the same light wearing different faces. And when we start to finally treat each other that way, that is when heaven begins to show up on earth. So guys, be kind to one another, love one another, love the next person as deeply as you love yourself, because we are all the same. We are all connected. We are connected to everything. Everything that you see here in front of you is God, and you are God. You are a spiritual being living a human existence for the purpose of learning and growing and evolving and waking up. So practice kindness to one another, guys, because if we all removed this fabulous meat suit that we're wearing, we would all be exactly the same. I love you guys. That's it for me. Jeanette out. Namaste.